What's up, everyone? Welcome back for another video. It's been a great day, great week, getting some things done. So I just wanted to make a quick video real quick, and this is going to be my second part to my bird dogging series. The first video that I made a couple weeks ago, we went over, well, probably about a month ago, but we went over how to find the job, bird dogging, just like the basic activities you're going to be doing. And then we also touched on payment, and then there's a few ways that you could help maximize your money and probably maximize the contract you're going to have with the investor of how much you're going to be getting for each deal that you give to them. There was a few things that I forgot to mention because my last video was just like the intro to bird dogging. So when I was rewatching the video as I was editing it, I noticed that I didn't really go over exactly what properties that everyone should be looking for. So I did touch base on when you find an investor that you're going to be working for or working alongside. You always want to make sure you ask them. They're probably going to tell you if they're good, but if not, you always want to make sure you ask them what they're looking for. So what areas they want to be in, the size of the home they're looking for. So are they looking for single family, duplexes, apartment buildings? If it's single family, are they looking for two-story single family? Are they looking for, ranch style or shotgun style? Like what style do they want, and what do they primarily work with? So just on top of that, I just want to touch base and make sure that you guys understand that that's something that you guys should be asking about. And then if it's not a preferable style that they want, maybe they only want 2 bedrooms, or maybe they only want 3 bedrooms. Maybe they want studios, or like they only want to be in older buildings or older homes. Because like for the most part, new construction homes, like you're not going to be able to wholesale new construction homes. You're not going to be able to bird dog new construction homes. You're not really going to be able to do too much of new construction unless you're an agent. They're too new, and they're like most areas that have new construction, they already have a whole bunch of developments around them. And that's why the developer chose those areas. So now that we got that covered, just make sure that you ask them what they're looking for, and then you write it down. So when you're going out and if you don't have PropStream or Deal Machine, I would definitely suggest getting that. One of those two softwares, just to be able to make everything streamlined and make everything a little bit easier. Because on there you can go through if you're driving around for dollars. Just the main thing of bird dogging and wholesaling, the main thing that correlates them together is driving for dollars. So really, essentially, wholesaling and bird dogging too, you don't want to have to go out and convince someone to sell their home. That's not what you're looking for. You're not looking for someone, you're not going to cold call someone or email them or text them or whatever it is. You're not going to do that and then try to convince them to sell their house. Like wholesalers and bird doggers are specifically looking for homes and projects that need work. Because then that way they can get the lowest price possible, and then wholesalers are going to flip that contract to the investor, and then bird doggers are just going to give the property to the investor, and then that's how that works. So there's 2 separate things. Wholesaling is a little bit more complicated with all the contracts and getting everything on base with that, and then bird dogging is really just pretty much basic investing. You don't have to use your own money. It takes very little time. It pretty much takes no money up front, and I wouldn't say it's super easy, but it's definitely doable for anyone. Even if you're 16, if you don't have a car, you still can do virtual bird dog, find properties that way. So now that those 2 things are covered, I did want to say that the areas that you're going to want to look in are going to be areas that are up and coming, or areas that have houses that are already getting remodeled, or older homes that are boarded up and stuff are getting torn down, and then there's getting new construction. You're going to want to find properties like that, because if you work specifically with a new construction developer or an investor that just has money up front, and they bring in their own developer and they're going to start building condos or like apartments or townhouses or duplexes or anything really, if you find a good lot that's prime location, you could easily wholesale like 4 or 5 lots together. If it works out that way, it could just be 1 or 2. But if you could get like a whole strip of them that are super close together and they're all distressed, you could easily pick all those up, and then just give them a whole package to the investor or the developer or whatever they want. And they're going to be able to tear those down and develop new properties on that. And that's, if you can find a developer or an investor that works in new development, that's going to be a great thing for you guys to be able to get pretty much in their back pocket. Because then they're going to be coming to you if you keep giving them deals that are going to be making them all this money, and it's like good potential. They're gonna want to work with you more often. So that's definitely a good thing if you can find a developer or an investor that works in new construction. So the next thing I want to talk about is really just the properties that you're looking for, because I didn't really touch base on that in the last video. So I want to take the time today to make sure that we go over that. So really, if you're looking for an up-and-coming house to Burdock or wholesale, this is mostly for Burdogging, but you're going to want to go and you're going to want to find a house that is distressed. So like distressed is if you're driving and you see boards on the window, if you go to like anytime you're driving anywhere, like if you're going to work, if you're going to get some dinner, if you're going to go to the grocery store, if you're going to go shopping, if you're going to drop a friend off, or you're going to pick a friend up, or you're going to Starbucks, or you're doing anything that you're driving, just in the back of your head, make sure, you don't have to go out of your way to do it, but make sure when you're driving, maybe if you're driving down a main road, maybe cut through an older neighborhood and see if there's any properties that you can find on your way to get some food. So you're not going out of your way to do it. If you do, that it's going to be better because you're going to be getting more properties and stuff. But just as starting out, I would suggest just, every now and then when you're going to get food or whatever, just drive through some older neighborhoods on the way and see if you can find anything. If you can, mark it on your phone, take it back to your computer, look it up on Zillow or Redfin or whatever it is, write down all the details about it, and then you're going to want to immediately send it over to the investor you're working with. So really you could do that, but the main thing you're going to want to be looking for is homes that have tall grass, boarded up windows, foundation issues, like if it's slanting, if the roof is broken, if the gutters are hanging off, if there's a whole bunch of trash, and like just the whole front yard just looks like no one's living there. You're going to want to take that address down and take it back to your station and be able to get the information about it so you can compile it and send it to the investor. You're also going to want to be looking for homes that have, like if you're driving down the road and you see a house that has like the driveway's all destroyed, or the bushes are like super long hanging into the street, or there's trees that are splitting, things like that, you're definitely going to want to take those notes and be able to get the address and stuff like that so you can send it to the investor. That's mainly the properties that these people are looking for, just because even though you can't get inside, some of them will be open for you to go inside, but I would not suggest that just because you don't own the home, and some of these areas you probably don't want to be walking around people's houses and looking inside. That's probably not a good idea. So you're definitely just going to want to, you can get out of your car and walk around and stuff, but do not try to go inside. That's just a friendly tip. But if you can use PropStream or Deal Machine, you're going to want to find the address. You can go on there and you're going to be able to skip trace the owner, so you can get the actual owner's address, email address, their phone number, and like all their name and their information. So it would be smart to call them and see if they would allow you to go inside, if they can meet you sometime in the following week to get inside the home. You could take some photos for your investor. You could personally try to look around and see what exactly needs work, because most of them are probably going to be in pretty bad shape all throughout. So you're going to want to just bring a notepad or on your phone or whatever. Just jot down a few notes about the condition of the home on the inside. The main things that investors are going to be looking for is, obviously you're not going to know any structure damage or any HVAC or like anything like that. You're not going to know about off the bat. But when if you do get a chance to walk through the home, I would suggest taking notes on the condition of the flooring. Notice if there's any cracks in the walls or the ceiling. Take down notes on how the cabinets and the countertops and the bathrooms, like try to flush the toilet, see if it works. Are the vanities broken? Are the toilets broken? Are there doors hanging off the hinges? Are there windows broken out? Like, are there boards on the window? Things like that. So you're going to want to take down all those notes, and even if you can't get inside, when you walk around outside or if you're in your car, just take a look around and see what you can see. And you're going to want to write it down, because any little detail that you have about the property before you send it to your investor is going to help you out, and it's going to help them out to understand, because they're probably, even if you do the due diligence for them, they're probably still going to run their background due diligence. Someone on their team is going to do that. So they're going to be able to like compare notes with what you have, and it's going to make it easier on both of you guys, you know, and so that's definitely a good thing. Lastly, I just want to touch base on my house video. I did make my tour video. I went over a few things at the end of the video. So I am going to make another video on, that was just the home tour and how I was able to get into the home and just a few facts about the home and exactly how much money it cost me out of pocket, very broad. But I'm going to be making another video going in deeper detail of the whole entire process of buying a home. So, you know, like the lending process, how I actually was able to like get in contact with an agent, you know, pretty much everything with the home buying process. I haven't really seen any videos out there that explain the whole entire process from start to finish. It's really just, oh, I got a house and I paid this much and blah, blah, blah. Kind of like what I did in my first video, but I definitely want to make an in-depth video on the whole entire process. And I am still, after that, I'm probably going to make that video first, and then my next video after that is going to be the one of programs like FHA programs and down payment assistance programs, and just programs that first-time home buyers can take advantage of to get into a home for pretty cheap. There are a few pros and cons to each thing. As everything in this world, there's pros and there's cons. But in my opinion, I definitely think the pros far outweigh the cons in this one. So I'm going to make sure to make that detailed for you guys so you guys can get a gist of these programs that are out there, because sometimes if you don't ask, you're not even going to know about them. They are public information, but for the most part, like you have to ask your agent about it, or they're going to try to tell you like something different. So you just want to make sure you're covering all the bases and getting everything covered, that you fully understand what you're doing. So I definitely think that's going to be a good video. And I did have a few people asking me about the contracts on my last Burdock video. So when I mentioned contracts on my last Burdock video, that was specifically talking about the contract between you as the bird dog and your boss or your partner, whoever you're working with as the investor. So that contract is that's going to be just an independent contractor, like a contract between you and the investor, saying that you are working for the investor and has all the payment information, and he's probably going to send you some type of tax form. So that's the contract I was talking about. I had someone ask me in my DMs if it was a contract about wholesaling, and that's not what it was. There's two separate things. So you definitely can check out one of my last videos about the wholesaling contracts and stuff like that. I have the Anderson Business Partners video up. That was one of my first videos that I made discussing wholesaling. So there's definitely good content in there for you guys to check out if you want to know how to set up the business and exactly like the details of starting it and how to start out with the business side of it. So that's definitely a good watch for you guys. I think that'll add value to the journey. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys checking in today. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so when I come out with the next video, you guys will be informed. Stay on top of everything. You know, 2021, we're already damn near halfway through the year. So I'm hoping that everyone's getting some things done and they're accomplishing their goals for this year. I know last year was pretty much an upset for everyone, but that's no excuse. So let's keep getting at it. Keep going after everything, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out on bird dogging or wholesaling or really anything real estate related. I have a big background in that, so feel free to reach out if you have any questions. If you need advice on anything, I'm here. So yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your day and enjoy your weekend. Thanks so much.